Guys, welcome. If you haven't yet, please hit that big thumbs up like button, as well as hit the subscribe button if you are new to the channel. And yes, this is Rabid here, and a little minor update has happened to the Ethereum network. That is the London hard fork. I'm sure most of us are aware of it, and everybody has been talking about it. I guess it's a little more than minor. If you haven't, let me know. Is the quality all right? Can you hear the voice all right? Is the music too loud, too quiet? Anything in between? Let me know how those volumes are and I will fix that for you. Put a little poll and it looks like 69% of you have said yes, so it is exactly as you guys expected. A few of you decided, 15% decides crash ETH, so why not? And 15% as well has decided, hey, let's wait for the next big coin to come out. What could that be? Who knows? Roll call here. Dave Collins, Budweiser. What are you doing chasing around a rabid possum? That's insane. So getting into everything. Stephen Conchin, Midnight Mining, Ace K. We got Steal Your Blocks. What's going on, buddy? Enoch, JRad, Techman. Welcome, everybody. Thanks for showing up. U.S. Senate is getting ready to vote. Oh, yeah. I've been kind of seeing some articles about that. The good old U.S. there on their crazy crypto type of taxing. I'm not for sure what's all going on there, but yeah, it's pretty insane. We do have a lot of green. Most of it is green. I gotta check my Canadian side here just for a second. I'm not 100% sure what's going on with the price. It is higher though, I know that. Oh, 38. So we're almost at 4K on ETH in the old Canadian here, and 54, almost 55 BTC. So pretty sweet here. Nice. Are we back on? No, drop. Hurry up and drop. Oh, there you go. All right, so let's take a look at good old Etherscan here. So our block rewards are pretty much what we were kind of talking about for the past month or two. 2 to 2.2 is what we were kind of guessing we would end up here, and it looks like that is what we were getting. We have, when it first released here, like we were still hitting like some 3, 4, 5. I seen a solo miner hit like a 6th block after 1559, which is insane. But the gas that was actually burnt on that transaction was like 20. It was crazy. But look at here. Total EIP burns. You can't really see that on the screen probably, but so we have burnt 10,120 S so far for a total of $31.2 million. That is crazy. Actually, is that right? Yeah, that's right. $31.2 million. That is insane amount of ETH. Now, there was a lot of these burner type of websites popping up now, so you can watch the gas being burnt constantly, and I don't know, they're just popping up all over the place. There's like at least 5 of them now. Here is one of them on the etherchain.org burn. And yeah, pretty insane. 3 ETH per minute is being burned according to this. They all vary dependently. I don't know which one is 100% accurate. I just go with Etherscan myself. And EIP-1559. Now they say, there's a little bigger gap now. It's funny though, because as soon as it happened, you know, all the traders are on the hook. They're like, yes, everyone was buying the news and everything. And you know, they're expecting gas. We knew this was going to happen. We knew gas fees could potentially go up at times. But yeah, it was insane. It was up to like 400 on the trading things. But the funny thing I noticed too, they did say, you know, part of it is it'll be easier to predict your gas fees. So before, when we hit the high gas fees, we still have a decent lower standard fee, which is actually your transferring. Like, so if you had a wallet and I was transferring you some ETH, that is your standard fee, just your standard transferring to wallets or whatever. That's usually quite a bit lower than your trader and your fast, which is what you use on like your exchanges to trade and, you know, sell whatever else. And they actually it almost seems like the standard transaction fee is now higher than what it used to be, which is kind of weird. So it's going to cost more now. Who knows what's going to happen when this kind of stables out though. But one thing I've noticed, yes, it's easier to predict. It's easier to predict that if you're paying super high price on trader, you're also going to be now paying a super high price on standard, when trading could be at like 100, 200 before, and we could still see like 60, 50 on our standard. But it seems like once this breaks 100, our standard is almost breaking 100 as well. So it almost made your standard transaction fees higher right across the network, which in my mind doesn't seem like a really good future projection. Again, who knows what could happen. Everything is still high with all the trading going back and forth. We are down from what we were the past couple of days, but yeah, them gas fees definitely went through the roof when all this went out and played. It was crazy. MC, what's going on? Where's our difficulty? I got our difficulty here somewhere. So yeah, here's our difficulty chart, and it looks like we did drop a couple terahash ever since the update dropped. So We were sitting just the day before, August 4th, we were at 589 terahash. And then right when it hit, we went down to 586. And then now we're down to 583. So who knows? Some people are probably swapping coins and everything else. I did notice on 3060 Ti as well as the 3070 yesterday that Ergo was ahead of ETH when it came to actual profits per day. Where is it? I don't have what to mine up here, so we're gonna check that out right quick, see if it is still the case or not. So let's go 13060 Ti. Looks like Ethereum is back in first place by quite a bit actually. But yeah, so it did pass it yesterday. A lot of hash rate did move over to Ergo, and I also noticed a lot of how to mine Ergo videos and stuff. They started pumping up in views, so people were looking at this and they were trying to swap over to other coins. People were moving rigs around, so I found that quite interesting actually. What do we got going on chat? I look at it as I just started mining after EIP-1559, so profits are not that big of a deal. Very true. And like a couple weeks before all this even happened, we were only getting block rewards of 2.1 or so. Profits were down when the price was coming down there, so we were expecting this to happen. And like I was saying in my previous streams, if you're okay with these profits, you're going to be okay with 1559. The only part is we will never see those super high gas fees ever again. So like the network could be super busy, people are paying an arm and a leg to transfer and trade and whatever else like they did in the past. But now we're just going to stay at these smaller block rewards and not see like 20th blocks anymore. That is over and done with. All that is going to be burnt out, gone, sent to the whatever their public no key address is. Like it's not actually deleted off the network or anything. It's like the Ethereum is still there. It's just getting transferred to a burn address which there's no private keys or anything to it. It just sits there, and supposedly it's never ever going to be used. It can't be used or anything. So that is their definition of burning it. Raven was most profitable last night. Yeah, Raven and Ergo were bouncing back and forth. Looks like Ergo is kind of in the lead of Raven coin now by a little bit, at least on 3060. Let's take a look at a 3070. What we got for 3070 here? Looks like Raven fell down to like 5th or 6th. Conceal, Bitcoin Cash, Ergo is above that. And how about a 3080? So like last night, 3060 Ti, 3070 were more profitable on Ergo, but a 3080 was actually still more profitable on Ethereum, but only by like 5 cents. So it was pretty crazy. All of these prices have been actually going up and down quite a bit lately. There has been some nice little pumps going on across the other coins. It's still looking like Ethereum's taking it. How about a 580 here? Yeah, it looks like Ethereum is back up in the lead, but that is most likely due to the price. And now the funny thing is, I saw a guy the other day post on Reddit about his profits with this. He had 1.2 gigahash. I just want to look at I'm currently on Ezil. I always go back and forth between Ezil Me and Flexpool. Those are my two main go-to pools. And when I want some ZIL, I just go back to Ezil right here. Also, they did change their payout schemes. If you guys are on Ezil and you haven't checked it out, or sometimes I never check my miners for like a week. So you go in here, they will have their new payout settings, and you actually have to set your gas fees for your transaction, just like how Flexpool is. Some other pools have done this as well, so they don't mine their own block anymore and pay all your fees with only like 0.01 gas. You do have to set your own gas payments now when it comes to some of these pools. I haven't really checked out Ethermine or anyone. They're doing the Polygon thing as well, but I haven't been on Ethermine for quite some time now, so I'm not sure how they're all going about it. But I remember I had 360 mega hash last September or October, and 360 mega hash was granting 1.2 Ethereum per month, not per day, per month. So 360 mega hash, 1.2 Ethereum a month. It did that for a couple months, then obviously difficulty started picking up, price started booming and everything. But anyway, yesterday a guy on Reddit posted his rig, 1.2 gigahash. That was 0.6 Ethereum per month estimation. So 1.2 gigahash right now is 0.6 ETH per month. When 6-7 months ago, 360 mega hash was 1.2 ETH a month. So yeah, your profits have dropped over double, like over 50% of what they used to be just 6 months ago. So that is pretty insane. Again, it depends on the price. You're not going to notice, so you're going to be seeing your daily payouts, your prices, and be like, yeah, I'm still making this amount. But your ETH, the amount you're actually mining, is dramatically dropped. It is crazy. Like, you add a GPU, you probably won't even notice that GPU. You need to add like 4 GPUs before you actually notice anything. That's why when I talk about a lot of my rigs and stuff and running more efficient, right now efficiency is definitely going to be king. So like right now, let's take a look at my mixed rig here of 3060s, 580s, 470s, 5700s, you know, everything 8 gigabytes and above. So on these 3060 Ti's, yeah, I could get probably 63 mega hash out of them. These 470s, 580s, I could probably get 32, 33. These 5700 XTs, I could probably get 57, 58. You know, so for a grand total, I could add probably another 10 mega hash to this rig as a whole, but that'll grant probably an extra 200 to 300 watts total. So losing 10 mega hash, you're not even going to notice that across your rig at all. On this difficulty network and everything, like I just said, 360 mega hash 6 months ago was 1.2F. 1.2 gigahash right now is only 0.6. So dropping 10 mega hash and saving like up to 300 watts is definitely the way to go. If you start running efficient, you know, you're not using as much power. Just the best way to go. So you don't want to pump out your mega hash numbers. A lot of people on Reddit, when they're saying looking for hash rates, looking for settings, everyone's always trying to pump out the maximum amount of mega hash that they can. Now, unless you have dirt cheap power running on solar or something, I highly do not recommend pumping out as much mega hash as possible. I highly recommend to run as efficient as possible. So I don't know, that's just my 2 cents. I just wanted to point that out there. That's definitely something you really should be looking into if you haven't yet. Again, if you start moving over to Ravencoin or something and you're at like 80-90% max capacity of your CPUs or your PSUs, you are going to be using more power on those. So remember, you might have to swap out your PSUs to something bigger. You might have to split your rigs up again across multiple CPUs or something, because you do not want to be going over your power usage and ratings based on what you're currently running. Ethereum uses less power. Ergo uses even less power than Ethereum. But then once you start dipping into Ravencoin and other things, you are going to be pulling more power, and you could be, you know, lighting something on fire. You don't want that to happen. So I also did start plotting a little bit of Chia here. I got TeamViewer all set up on my rig 3 back there. I don't know why Mad Max does not want to load for me, this plot manager here. Let me just adjust something so you can see it here. Where is it? TeamViewer right there. Boom. Okay. So here I am. I'm TeamViewered into my rig 3, which is the only other rig in the other room that I have running in Windows. Everything else is in Linux, which is HiveOS. And I started recording my video on how to mine Chia by recording my screen, because I had my other monitor in there, and I was like, I really got to get TeamViewer installed, and people are asking me how to actually run it and use it, so I'll have to do a video on that as well. But here I am, TeamViewer, or remote into our actual rig in the other room here, and we got some Chia happening. Now I only got like, where's my farm here? I got 6 plots. That's all I got so far. You know, it's been about 2 days. I'm plotting super slow. I'm also mining Raptirium on this RTM. And right now it's telling me 33 years estimated time to win. That's insane. My first block got there, it was telling me like 406 years. So I dropped down quite a bit. It has been taking me somewhere within 4 to 6 hours for a single plot while using this. That's why I swapped over to Mad Max. I'm testing my first plot on it right now. It has been a couple hours, but again, I'm also mining on it. And I can't even see if it's done or not yet, because it will not let me see it through the remote. So after the stream, you're gonna have to check on that. But here you can see I am mining Raptorium on it as well. It is pulling, what are we doing here? 1100 hashes currently, 1120. Now, if you're unaware about Raptorium, RTM, it has like, it's kind of like the Kapow, the Ravencoin for GPUs. It's like 9 different algorithms in there, so it's going to vary all over anywhere. On my 3900Xs, it is like somewhere around 900 mega hash, all the way up to like 4.4, 4.6 kilohash. Back and forth, so it's always changing. Its algorithms around, so it stays ASIC resistant and everything. So it is a pretty cool newer project coming out there. It does seem currently to be more profitable than like the Ocean and other things we have tried in the past, but again, I do not know for sure, and it's really hard to actually get a power consumption. I haven't even hooked it up to meters yet. I'm using the same settings I previously have for everything else so far, so I do got to do a test on that and see how much power consumption that's actually using here. I'm just going to run to the pool for the old Raptorium. See what we actually got so far. Yes, Raptorium is CPU. It's CPU mining. I got to swap my displays around here. Boom. Team viewer off. Okay. So here I am. So I'm currently, I got 20, I've been paid 20,298 Raptorium. I got 2,600 in the balance, and I got 346 immature. So I do have my payout set to 5,000. I do have, okay, yeah, my PC right now, workstation is off. I always check that and I always forget. Why do I have a rig down? But it happens every time I stream, and that is why I'm streaming on it and it's turned off. So you can see my average hashes as well as my current hashes. My current rig 3 is still up to what they are. The other ones pretty much are. So I'm not really using too much CPU performance at all when it comes to that, and plotting some chia. Again, that could be slowing down my chia plots. Obviously, I'm not in any big rush whatsoever to get a massive amount of plots out there because chia is just insane. Like I tried to describe it before, and that's like a plot is like your GPU and your hard drive is like your rig. So you fill up your hard drive with all the plots. So you're filling up your rig with a whole bunch of GPUs, right? So you get that out there. And that's like everybody taking all their network hash rate. Say Ethereum was the only GPU mineable coin out there. That's like everybody with a GPU that mines crypto, they throw everything onto Ethereum. That difficulty through the roof. So that's the same thing that's going on with chia. Everyone's getting all these hard drives, plotting these chia plots, and they're throwing everything on the one network because that's really the only one out there for it, unless you want like Filecoin or something, but that's totally different. Nobody likes it anymore. It never really did take off, but there's a lot of long-term advantages. A lot of people see some future profitabilities with chia. Again, it's still too soon to tell, so I'm not in any big rush whatsoever to, you know, get them chia plots out there. I'm just taking my time, keeping my CPUs going, and that's just me. Alrighty, you guys minding it out there? What's going on in the chat? I've just been kind of chatting away, talking, and I haven't really been paying attention to chat. So let's just go see what is going on over here. Let's see. Kevin Smith, as did. Look at just started. Okay, we ended up there. AMC. Raven was most probable. Okay, we saw that. Yes, burned. Won't be surprised if F slowly and quietly surfaces in a few years. Yeah, it's hard to say. I'm very curious what's going on. Some people are thinking, like, I don't think that's the case. People do think that Ethereum could slow down or not be as big when it does move to proof of stake. It's hard to say. The whole process of this is they're trying to be more green, you know, bigger block sizes, cheaper transactions, whatever else is the whole proof of stake thing going on there. And they're expecting, obviously, Ethereum to really take off after that point. Other people are thinking, hey, once you move off proof of work, you know, something could happen. Another coin could take off, you know, and it might not just be worth it. Because again, to stake it and everything, you do need a lot of Ethereum to stake when you to run an actual node yourself. So there's a lot of different angles coming onto that. There have been previous projects that were fairly big, that were mineable, that did move to proof of stake and actually did kind of die off at that point. So who knows if this is pretty much a big guinea pig thing. Imagine if that actually happened, if Ethereum, you know, moved over and all of a sudden, boom, gone. That would be pretty insane. Something as big as Ethereum all of a sudden moving over to something like that. But then again, it leaves time for other coins to take off. That'd be pretty sweet if another coin does come out and, you know, takes control, becomes mineable, and just explodes. That would be insanely awesome. Crypto Duck, what's going on here? Tenacious D, welcome. What's happening? Hive on Pool also still pays the withdrawal fees. Oh, really? Nice. I have not tried Hive on Pool for quite some time now, ever since I just got massive rejected shares and massive stale shares there all the time. And I kept tuning and I couldn't figure out what was going on, and then I just swapped pools and I didn't have any rejected share problem ever since. So I never went back to Hive on, but maybe I should try it again out sometime here. David Collins says, I use NiceHash and so far only seen a 10% drop. But don't delete me because I like NiceHash myself. Hey, that's all right. I tried NiceHash once a long time ago. I plan on trying it again sometime, but I don't know when I'm actually going to try it out. But who knows? There's a lot of things I do got to try again, all over again, because everything does change as time goes on. So you never know. It could be a good thing to get into. Again, NiceHash could also, if too many people move to it, it could cause potential attacks on different types of coins, depending on what's happening. And if someone who has a lot of money decides to, you know, throw all that money on an attack, it's just possible. But again, it's hard to say. RTM rocks. Soru fun. Yeah, a lot of people are getting into RTM, it seems. True expect a fair rate for jump over Midwest. What do we got? Midwest Miner, MC. Kind of on a budget. I have a Ryzen 6 now. Ryzen 9s are better than fairly cheap now, but of course that can change. Yes, for sure. It always changes. I seen a 3950X on Kijiji, which is the Canadian buy and sell, and it was like $650. I was like, oh, I gotta get that, but it sold pretty fast. So that's like a 3950X for the price of a 3900X new. I really want to try the 3950, you know, compare it to the 3900X to see how it does, but I just can't get my hands on one, and I don't really want to I don't want to pay, you know, full MSRP price. I want to try and get it used, because CPUs you can still get under MSRP used for decent prices. Now, who knows what could happen in the future if something in the CPU market takes off. CPUs could be hard to get. Oh, another thing, have you guys heard? GPU prices, I'm gonna have to do a video on that sometime. GPU prices, MSRP prices could be going up for current gen within a month or two, as well as all the next gen cards. Expect GPU prices to start going up, not because of scalpers, not because of the actual MSRP price is going to start going up on GPUs and possibly other things as well. And the reason being, just for a quick sum up here, Samsung, they're building a new plant and they're increasing the price on all their chips and memories and everything. Therefore, Nvidia and everyone else that uses them are going to have pay a higher price for that. And ultimately, we end up paying the higher price in the end to pay for that. So because they're building all these other manufacturers to make their chips again so they can have a better variety, for more stock of them, like we had that shortage earlier, they are increasing the price on their chips, and they're going to be putting those in. It's going to just cause GPUs to cost more in general at an MSRP price at our level. So yeah, expect that to happen. GPU prices will be going up. Some of them actually already are, since the price of ETH has been going up. I have the same CPU as Utran 5800X right before the 5950 came out. $15 made in 3 days. Oh, that's not too bad. That's on RTM. I got some Bram 41 and Mr. Tran. I'm not financial, but I would buy some when it's on sale again. What are we talking about here? Which one was it? That's the 5800X. I haven't tried any of the 5000 series CPUs. I probably should sometime, but I haven't. They ever go down? Yes, actually, I've seen in Calgary here, I've seen some 1660 Supers for $350 when they were at like 600. I've seen some 3060 Ti's on the used market for like, I can't think, it was $850, $900 when they used to be like $1,500. So GPU prices, at least in Canada in my area, they have gone down. So I'm just going to check out Kijiji here though. We're going to see exactly what prices are looking like right now after going back up again, going down, going wherever direction they decide to go. 3060 Ti computer accessories. What is going on with them? In my area anyway. Your area could be completely different. So here we have an LHR card. 1000. No thank you. We have a 3080 Ti. 20. Okay, so these are not... what's this? 3060 Ti. Oh, LHR, but 850. Not too bad. That's a little above. That's a Ti also. 900. So some of them just non-LHR. Oh, LHR. I see a lot of LHRs here now. I don't see any non-LHRs. Brand new 3060 8 gig 950. Is that LHR? I like little ads like this. I got this from its gift that took too long to get to me, and now I don't need it anymore. It's never been opened from its original packaging. Price is firm. So, in a sum up, this guy bought it to scalp it. That's pretty much what he's saying. But he doesn't say anything about LHR in here, so that's kind of interesting. This one maybe 950, not too bad. That's still a couple $100 over MSRP though, but definitely not the $1,400 and stuff Canadian that things previously were. So prices are still actually down a little bit, at least in my area, but still they're not at a price where I go use market and say, hey, you know, I want this card. Honestly, I don't know. I really don't know if I'm going to be buying too many cards anymore, unless I see it really cheap and nice price on it, then possibly. But I'm probably just going to mostly go into like CPUs and stuff myself, I think. I don't know though. I just want to take a look at mining rigs. Let's see what complete mining rigs are actually looking like and going for here. Come on, load. What's going on here? Speed it up. 3 mining rig, 979 mega hash, $1. I don't even want to know what's going on. It's probably someone building them for you. And yeah, so we got a 3070 mining rig for sale, $9,800. So pretty much $10,000 for 6 cards. No thanks. Brand new RTX 3060 mining rigs. 630s. Look at, they're starting to add it up. Look at 630 mega hash on Ergo. This guy's like really, he's upselling this hardcore. People that don't know, that like a lot of people still don't understand that different algorithms mine at different speeds. So someone will look at this 630 mega hash. Wow, this one's really good. I'm gonna buy that and put it on F. How come I'm only getting like, 300? Or go to Ravencoin, how come you're only getting like 200 mega hash, 150 or something? A lot of people don't realize that other algorithms totally have different mega hashes. So this guy is trying to upsell this. He is staying Ergo, so he's not lying, but I think he's also trying to play the field here. Crypto mining rig, 3,500, a 61070. So buying complete rigs, very expensive at the moment still, at least in my area, and I'm pretty sure it is in yours. I see another guy on Reddit. He was asking if he should sell his, what was it? It was like a 300 mega hash, 280 mega hash rig. He said he got offered $4,000 for it. I think he's probably lying, but he wanted to know if if he should sell it. I don't really know if it's true or not, but if someone offered me $4,000 for a 200 mega hash rig, I'd sell for sure. Like, wow, I could definitely rebuild that mega hash for a lot cheaper, just waiting for a card. You got 5 gigahash on Ergo Floodvisor. Damn, nice. Nice. If I moved everything to Ergo, I'd have little over 1 gigahash. So I guess I would hit my gigahash goal that I always wanted to hit, was 1 gigahash. So technically I could do that. I used the 3070 to mine 50 to 53 Raven every 24 hours. Nice. What do we got here? We got 32 viewers. We got 20 likes. Smash that like button, guys. If you have any questions, please ask in the chat. How you guys doing on the old poll here? What do we got here? We got 64% at yes, 9 and 9 say no and crash, and 18 is that can't wait for a bigger coin. So it does seem most of you was expecting what was going to happen here, so that is a good thing. You guys were most likely obviously doing your research. Seems like everybody that is in this live chat, though, they know what they're doing. They're not some new person right out on the block. They do their research. A lot of people do not do any research and just buy or whatever. You got to be really careful. And if you do see someone like that, try and help them out and let them know, hey, this might not be a good idea. Some of your extra rev text. Oh, speaking of rev text, that reminds me. I don't know. I posted it in the Discord the other day there, a couple days ago. But I did talk to RevTech, and they said possibly September-ish they may get their new stock of RevTech boards in, and they're going to have the Intel CPUs. They're also going to have a micro SD slot. So instead of like a hard drive and whatever else, it'll be running off a micro SD. So depending how fast you can get them, that could be good, that could be bad. I don't know. So burn Hive into a micro SD drive and slam that into your RevTech motherboard. So we'll see what happens. But they did say they're shooting for around September, possibly. They'll let me know as the time gets closer, but they're looking for around a September-ish time frame for their new motherboards to release. So there you go. You heard it first right here. Actually, you heard it first if you were in my Discord a week or so ago. I posted it in general that I talked to it. And I want to apologize. Last Sunday we did not have our rig pick live stream because I got busy like an hour before I was supposed to stream. I had to go out, help the son-in-law move and stuff, and I was gonna do it when I got back, but then other people were streaming. I didn't want to cut them off, but again, we're trying to grow the channel again, so who knows? I might just throw up streams all the time now. Who knows what's gonna happen? I have to pump out, maybe, who knows? I'll try to do like 1 or 2 videos a day again and pump out streams everywhere, and I don't know. We gotta try and grow again. And I went through 4 appeals now and everything denied for no reason. I don't even know if I can say that now, so you might not see me tomorrow. We'll see what happens. All right, probably shouldn't even post this stream when it's done. You have no idea what you can say anymore. Another thing going around is possibly Discord links and everything in descriptions and comments have been supposedly edited by YouTube moderators. So I don't know, maybe you're not allowed to even have Discord links in your descriptions anymore. That could be another factor. So many things going on out there. YouTube is really trying to push no links or anything off their platform and stick anything only to YouTube. So I don't know how that works with affiliate marketing and other things like that. So who knows? But if that's the case, they'd have to get rid of like 99% of all their creators. So I don't know what's going on right now. There's a lot of just, you know, a whole bunch of assumptions floating around the internet space right now. So I don't know what's happening. What do you guys think? You guys have any thoughts on this? Do you any good rabid possum recipes? No, I don't. I don't even know if I have possums around here. Honestly, I don't know if I've ever seen a possum, so I can't help you out in the possum situation. I'm sorry. Yes, I do have one of those channels. I can't really say that name on here because there is a big, you know, battle royale going on between the two platforms. So I'm not mentioning that name. I do have it. It is on my website, and I do have the link. I don't know if I have the link in Discord or not, but I'm not actually sure if I have it in this one. It might be down below in the description. If not, then it's on my website. I did get rid of the link to my website as well because I don't know if that's an issue. I got rid of so much stuff because I don't know what the actual issues are, and I just don't want anything to happen again. So I'm trying to be really careful. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. You're in the Misfit mining one also. The architect has built in raw and core, and so he runs more efficiently, allowing more cores at a lower temp. Midwest, what are we talking about? MC, yeah, that's what I heard. MC, what's MC talking about? 70, what's 72 cores? I heard that I was working on a stacked core 72. Tran MC, been in contact. Who are we talking about? I gotta scroll the way up now to see what you guys are talking about with all these cores and everything going on. Ergo is supposed to be energy efficient. Yes, Ergo is very energy efficient actually. It does not use that much power at all compared to other coins. Anyway, it still uses power, but here for Founders 3080, 1700 Canadian for Founders 3080. I'm not actually sure. Let's find out. Let's go to Best Buy. Best Buy 3080. Let's see what Best Buy is charging for a 3080 Founders Edition. Where is it? 3080 10. So looks like the MSRP of 3080 is $1,030. So you're paying an extra $700, I guess $670 for that. Where are we at here? Chad Parker. So yeah, $1,700 is an extra like $670 on that, according to the Best Buy website here. I'm not even sure. Are they still making the Founders Editions? Because I do know that NVIDIA stated with their Founder Editions cards, and I'm not talking about the 3080 Ti or the 3070 Ti, but the actual 3080s, the 3070s, and the 3060 Ti's, they said they will not be LHRing them. So if they are still making them, supposedly they will not be LHR still. So they would be safe to buy no matter what. But again, I don't even know if they're still making them, because the Founders Edition cards, they're supposed to be limited edition. They're supposed to be the MSRP stock set price. And then the AIBs, you know, they add all their other stuff, extra memory, cores, speeds, whatever else. And they're always a little higher. But the cheapest stock MSRP card is the Founders Edition, but it is only set for a limited amount of time. So I do not know if they actually canceled making those yet or not. How come you're not doing pool for Chia? Who pool? Me? You talking about me pool? I'm on a pool. I'm on Flex Pool when it comes to Chia. Let's take a look at that. Uh-oh. Now you guys just seen all my codes for my team viewer. Just kidding. Every time you restart it, it changes that up. So you guys can see that all you want, because I'll shut it off, turn it on, and it'll be different. Anyway, let me just have a look here. I am on Flex Pool myself. I'm just gonna adjust this. Load up Flex Pool. Where is my switcher here? Team viewer, bang. Okay, big. Flex Pool should be up here. Let's see what I got going on here. Show your mining address, get started, Chia, bang. There we go. I got one worker online, and it's 3 cents per day estimated daily earnings. Sweet, right on. We're breaking the bank. I don't even know how this all works. So anyway, this is I'm on Flex Pool, currently mining some Chia. I was last seen 10 minutes ago. So here we are. Unpaid balance. I got 4 cents and an unpaid balance, so that means something's happening here. That's a good thing. And estimated at 3 cents per day. Nice, nice. Good stuff. Where is... Yeah, this thing... I don't know why that won't load on TeamViewer. It's going to go to here. Still only 6 plots, so that plot either didn't transfer or something. But again, here's my pool. You can see US West Flex pool. So that is what I am using for my old Chia. Here's my wallets. And all my plots, which are currently farming. I don't know. Waiting to see after the stream. I am going to have to check this out and see what's going on. If this is done plotting or whatnot yet. When it takes a little while to transfer it to the final drive for the farming process, I was hoping it would have been done by now. Because it's only supposed to take an hour. But again, I am mining on it. I'm mining Ergo actually on the GPU here. You can see right there, 62 megahash. That is, I don't even know what GPU is in this rig. I think it's a 4 gigabyte 570, but I'm not 100% sure. And then, of course, CPU is on Raptorium. And we're mining Plot and Chia at the same time. So we're just hitting everything at once on that and seeing how it goes. Fun stuff going on here. Founders Edition is not a LHR, I heard. Yes, that is correct. Same thing I heard Midwest Miner, that they are not... It doesn't make any sense, though. It's funny how they push LHR cards out to all the AIBs, but their own cards are not going to LHR them. Doesn't make any sense at all. I don't get it. But again, I don't know if they're still making the Founders Edition cards. From the 3080 Ti, 3070 Ti, and the 3060s, they are still making. But when it comes for the actual first versions, the 60 Ti, 3070, 3080, I do not know if they're still making those or not. Do we have any questions or anything out there? What's everybody up to? Antminer update. I'm still waiting for that hash board, which should show up sometime this week. So hopefully once I plop that in there, everything will be up and running. And then, you know, then we can start doing some Litecoin mining and everything. That'll be fun. Can't wait. Oh, fun stuff. Accept the TI models. Yes, accept the TI models. I'm still buying laptops for mining. Come Xmas time, they will sell good with the continual storage. The 3060, 3070 aren't LHR on the laptop so far. Oh, nice. Proof of stake. Proof of stake. Yeah, I don't know much about proof of stake other than I don't like it. I definitely do not have 32ETH to run my own node. It would be a nice test to do, but if I had 32ETH and it hit a certain price, like to enough to where, you know, you'd made $1 million, I'd probably sell it all and be like, hey, I'm done. See you later, node. See you later, this. But who knows? I don't know. When does the fork end? The fork doesn't end, does it? The fork happened. It's there. Next up, I did see an article. I don't know where it was, though. I think it was somewhere on Google. It's funny how they word things. So, okay, you got to keep in mind here, I don't know how to word this myself. So I read this article, and that's one thing I don't like when you're just looking stuff up and you come across all these crypto blogs and things like that. That, it goes, Ethereum, I can't remember even what the title was, but first, quick sum up off the top of my head. It was like, Ethereum hard fork set, proof of stake to hit in December. So I was like, okay, did they change something again? That's weird. So I open it up, I start reading this article. I'm like, okay, these guys are morons. Sorry, no offense, but what they pretty much are talking about is, okay, the London hard fork happened. As we know, they raised the difficulty bomb. Like, they extended it. They didn't raise it. They extended the difficulty bomb for some time in December. Therefore, we've been talking about the difficulty bomb for a while. Last hard fork, they did it again. They extended it, and then now they extend it again. They just got to keep extending it, because what happens there is a difficulty bomb, when it actually hits the block height that it's extended to, then that's an artificial difficulty where the block starts slowing down and slowing down and slowing down. And then now you're trying to fit so many transactions on a block. Fees are going to go way through the roof. The network gets slower and slower until eventually you can't even mine the block anymore. And that is when you have to have proof of stake in place by that, or, you know, the network just dies. There's no more blocks being made. There's no transactions going through. And so what these articles are saying is, you know, okay, they need a proof of stake to happen in December, because the difficulty is going to hit there and you can no longer mine it anymore. So they keep going off of that. But really, what's going to happen if it's not ready? And most likely it's not going to be ready. in Shanghai. They're expecting the merge to happen in Shanghai, which is like October, November-ish or so. And if it's not ready, they're just going to extend it again. We're already on our second, third, fourth. I don't even know how many extensions they had. So last I actually heard from the devs themselves in their own Discord and their core dev team, they do want to try and make it happen by the end of the year, the merge to proof of stake. But if they don't think it's actually going to come into play until sometime early next year. Again, they don't want to mess this up. If they mess this up and something happens, and it's just going to be bad for Ethereum. So they're going to hopefully make sure everything is correct, because this is going to be a huge transition for them. So they got to make sure they do get that right. So who knows? We could be another 2 years away for all we know. We have no idea. But it is stated for sometime end of the year to early next year. I'm thinking sometime early next year to mid next year. We still have time to actually do that into the proof of work stage. We can mine till sometime next year until they finally transition. Again, it could be extended more. This is Ethereum devs we're talking about. They can give you one thing. I don't even think they know themselves till they actually do it. They could tell us today that tomorrow is proof of stake and then extend it an hour before it happens because they're not ready. So I just want to throw that out there. If you read blogs, you read this, you see all these things out there, and the way their titles and everything's worded to bring you into it, and they're saying, hey, this is going to happen, it's all set up. That's just because they're talking about the difficulty bomb. And yes, it's set to slow down the network in December. But again, Shanghai, whenever that comes out, they could just extend it again if the merge is not ready at that time. So just watch what you read out there and kind of read in between the lines. Realistically, they said it will be more towards Q1 next year. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say is, yes, I believe they said early next year is when they want to push it out. Again, it could be extended. We have no idea when it could be. We could be here again in 2 years from now. We could be saying the exact same stuff. Quarter next year in 2024. We have no idea. Who knows what could happen. But again, remember, they were talking about proof of stake back in 2017. They wanted to move it to. So we're still here talking about it. So who knows what could happen. How is it going to be? Medium rare? Is it going to be rare? Blue rare? Who knows what kind of transition it's going to be, but it's going to happen sometime. Oh yeah. As for how it actually works, I don't know. I've never ran a node. I think about trying to put a Ravencoin node together, and maybe even a Raptorium node or something. I think that'd be fun, but I do not have 32 ETH to plant a node on. That's going to turn into the 1% rich people that'll be running those nodes, and then it's just going to turn all centralized and everything else. Another thing, I was kind of thinking about it last night. Before I was laying down going to bed, I was like, hey, what's going on? Like, I remember before Ethereum was really good because you were mining quite a bit of it and everything, and you were using it. You were getting quite a bit of ETH. Like I said, 360 mega hash was giving me like 1.2 ETH a month. So yeah, I was spending $400 here, whatever dollars there, off your Ethereum, getting GPUs, getting this, getting that. But now it is a lot harder to get your Ethereum up. Yes, the price is up and less is worth more, but you don't have as much anymore. So that's going to turn into more of a hodl situation over a buy and use situation. I think the ideal crypto is something that you're going to want to use, not just hold on to for the rest of your life. And hopefully it keeps going higher. Like, that's what Ethereum, in my personal opinion, is looking like. You're just going to hold on. You don't want to use it because now you don't have very much, and it's a lot harder to get your hands on because of the difficulties and everything. Then you move to proof of stake. The only way you can't mine it anymore, you're going to have to buy it. And, technically, then it just turns into another stock type of thing where it's an investment. It's not a buy to use type of situation anymore. So I don't know. There's a lot of different things out there. I was kind of looking at it. I was like, this doesn't really make sense in my mind. It makes sense as like a stock market centralized point of view where, yeah, you buy it, hold it, sell it when it gets higher. Yeah, okay, no problem. But as an actual everyday use, like, I'm not going to use it and buy this because now it's harder to get. So it's more of a holding. And then if like all the rich people say, okay, we're going to make a bunch of profit, they sell it. Well, there you go. Now you're in a pump and dump situation. You're in the all the big guys, the whales, they're going to be, what is it called there? A short. They'll be shorting everyone out. So then you're like, oh no, we have a crash dumping. There they go. And they buy up all your shares behind you. And you lost all your money. You don't even know it hit you because of all these big guys. So I don't know. I just find it I find it going to a totally different system than what it is. It's totally going off what crypto should have been as it does its transition. That's just me. I don't know. That's just my 2 cents. What do you guys feel about that topic? I had a 28% drop in yield since 1559. Crazy, yeah. Yeah, it has a pretty big drop. Now, what do we got here? How much has been burnt now? 10,248 ETH has been burnt. 31.4 million. So as of this stream, we burnt another $200,000 worth of Ethereum. Crazy. Cardano transfer. It could Cardano you to use it like a credit card then? Yeah, for sure. I use the crypto dot. You know what? I don't know if you're allowed to say that anymore either. But it's advertised everywhere. I don't know if hockey rinks and what's it called? Hockey rinks and NASCAR and everybody, if they're promoting scams now, but that still might be considered that here. But I use that and I transfer it over to their Visa thing, and yeah, it works perfect. Awesome. Hardly any fees whatsoever, and you get percentage back anytime you use it. So it's pretty sweet, nice, really easy to use from my point of view. Okay, short game and long game have 2 separate strategies. Oh, for sure. Definitely moving over stuff like that turns more into a stock market and long-term type of gain here. Now, I really hope a lot of people want greens and everything. I just want everything ultimately just crash down, boom. Like seriously, BTC to like 5,000. That'd be not bad. Because then, the bigger the red, in 4 years from now, is the bigger the green. That's my point of view. Yeah, don't get flagged like. Yeah, I know. I don't know. I gotta be so careful on what I say. I don't know what to say. I don't even know if I should honestly stream, because you never know. Like spur of the moment, sometimes you just say stuff and you can't help it. Next thing you know, you wake up and gone. Nexo is good too. You have 2 wallets, a save wallet and a credit line wallet that have higher. Oh, that's interesting. That's pretty sweet. Yeah, it's funny. That was a big miscalculation, and like all the traders, like you've seen, I don't know if you guys watched those Ethcore dev streams and whatnot. I remember when they were talking about the EIP-1559 and when they were voting on it to go through. There's a lot of people in there. Some of us were miners were in there, but a lot of it was the traders and stuff. And all you could see them talk about is, screw miners, F miners, all this stuff, and we don't need them anymore and all this, and lower fees, we need it, we need to lower the fees. So like all that information out there, like even the blogs are saying how 1559 is gonna reduce all the fees. So there's a lot of momentum going up to pass that. Of course, the final decision comes to the devs and they want to do it anyway, but you're getting that momentum from everyone on Reddit and everyone too, reading all these articles of how the fees are supposed to be so low, all this because they hear burnt gas fees, when the whole 1559 in my eyes was based at looking at the miners saying we're burning this deflationary, we're burning all this ETH, that way we're not paying the miners as much. And all the traders are seeing this, and blog writers, and they're looking at it like, okay, fees are going to go down because they're burning all these fees. Well, you still have to have the fees in order to burn them. Your fees are still there. And they even said in their live stream, the Ethcore dev live stream said we potentially saw scenarios where the fees were higher than what we've ever seen before. So if we get a super high price gap, like a big bull run again, or even a bear run, and people are trading, trying to sell, transfer to stable coins, whatever, you're going to see a lot higher fees than what we've even seen in the past. And a lot of these traders didn't realize that. All they saw was green symbols, cheap gas, all this. And that led to all the momentum on all these things even coming out here. And now we're all seeing it, and you're like, oh, well, what happened? Well, we knew this was happening. They told us this was happening, but a lot of people don't really listen or read in between the lines. Yeah, interesting. Your comments keep getting deleted. What do you keep saying? That's not good. They care nothing about miners. New legislation will cripple ETH anyway. Yeah, that new legislation in the States is pretty insane. And you know what? Everyone else will just start adapting to the same type of legislation. So who knows what can happen. But we do have a lot of Chinese crypto miners moving into Alberta. So who knows? Canada may become the next crypto mining capital of the world, which would be pretty sweet. Kinda. Unless our prices go up. Our power prices go up for residential, that would be horrible. Okay, so in my opinion, F sucks as a project and will be swallowed up within 2 years. You know what? I really hope it does. I agree with that, and I hope something really bad happens to it, but we don't know. And I hope another coin gets created or made, or who knows, something comes out and that is mineable and becomes really nicely profitable and throughout spread across everything, because that'd be really sweet. Again, and we're just, we're dreaming right now, we're wishing, but you never know what could happen. Capital gains laws are much stricter than the new one they're putting in. Are they pretty strict? Aren't capital gain ones? I guess it all depends. Like every state has their own type of laws on all these situations. Some states don't even have like a tax for capital gains, and then other countries, they don't even care. What company was it? I can't even, or not company. There was a country out there where they don't even care. They know people are using it and everything, and they're not taxing it at all. So pretty interesting how everybody is adapting it, how other people are looking at it. In my opinion, it's like, okay, this isn't real money, it's fake, it's all this. Like, I'm not talking about me, I'm talking about governments. How they look at this and they say, no, it's not real, not this, but you still got to give it to us. Why? Well, why should we have to do that if you're saying it's not real, or, it's whatever? You still want your cut of it. That doesn't make any sense. Why do you want a cut of something that's not real? Yeah, I don't know. Anyway. It's changing all capital. They're changing all. Yeah, I haven't really been paying much attention to all the capital gain stuff and laws that's been going on in the US, because, well, being from Canada, if it started happening here, definitely I'd pay more attention, but it's not yet. But I definitely see something's gonna start happening. Or one way. What about loss? Is the same thing. There are people that are tricking everybody. I saw some type of article on that where they're like tricking everything into I don't know, into that capital loss type of situation. But again, I don't know how much about that we're actually allowed to talk to on a live stream, because it's a gray area. Used to be an asset like property, now mine is income. Oh, we got Panda showing up to the house. What's going on? Are you streaming tonight? What time are you streaming tonight? Sometime. So what's everyone up to? What are we out here for viewers? What are we out here for likes? We are at 41 viewers, 35 likes. So yeah, smash that like button if you haven't yet. There's Chump Change. Hey, what's going on? Were you just streaming or something? Everyone just shows up at one time. Something's happened somewhere. What was going on? What did I miss? I missed something somewhere. We gotta take a look at where we at. Team viewer. What's going on with my chia plots over here on this rig? Still only at 6, so I don't know. I don't know what's going on here. It won't let me load into this. Oh well, doesn't matter. We got 6 plots through here. I'm still waiting to see what's going on with Mad Max here, which won't let me, stays at a black screen for some reason. I guess I actually got to plug my monitor in to see that thing. So we will get rid of our team viewer, get out of rig 3. Actually, what's my hash rate on that rig right now? 1335. So 1335, that's not a bad hash rate when it comes to Raptorium. Well, mining Chia, keep in mind. So we're mining Chia, we're plotting Chia, mining Raptorium, mining Ergo, everything on that one rig that's in the other room through, gotta keep an eye on it there. Chump Change, I'll stream through your 9:30 stream. Everyone's in different time zones. Panda's an hour before me. I think Chump Change is 2 hours ahead of me, so everyone says a time, and I don't know what time zone anyone's talking about. Shameless plug. Rumor is OG just made an intro video. What? OG? Who's OG? Just made an intro video. What are you talking about? Tech Man, what are you referring to? OG made an intro video. I don't know what's going on there. They're done talking about theory. Yeah, I know, I agree. Forget it. What'd you vote on? We got more here. Can't wait for a bigger coin to mine. We're sitting at 19% now. 64% is still on yes. 1559 is exactly as intended. Chump Change chilling. Me silly. Oh, you. Oh, you made an intro video. at RPM live at 1:30 West Coast time. So that's an hour before me. So that'll be 2:30 my time. Because I am in Mountain currently. I don't know if we have anything else to really go through here though. What are we checking out? Eth burnt 10,271. No thanks. This upgrade here. Oh yeah, we're still hammering in over 3 ETH per minute on the burn rate. Insane. Gas fees. Oh, we're going down a bit. We got a 47 standard. I still don't get this. Like previously, this was at 49. Our standard would only be at like 25 or something. So yes, Ethereum is easier to predict. It's easier to predict that if any type of trading goes up, your standard fee is through the roof. I think for some reason, I think they increased the gas cost on your standard trading for like, hey, I'm going to send you some ETH here. I'm going to have to pay more for it now. And don't forget, we are going to be burning that as well. So yeah, good stuff. Oh, I don't believe it. I don't know what's going on there. But yeah, I can't wait for another coin to show up. I don't know. Pretty sure you guys do as well. Yeah, it's a ton of ETH. What's the price on that? $31.2 million worth of Ethereum that miners would have had in their pocket. Which miners would have had to throw into the economy. Well, they should look at it that way. They're killing the economy right there. How many of those miners go through and actually, buy a GPU, go out and buy whatever, pay their power bill with it? That's money going into an economy that they're worried about an economy. I don't know. That's just them. Conflicts making waves right now. Priced up. Profitability is okay for now. Let's take a look at that. Where are we at? Where is what to mine? Look at our 3060. Boom. Conflux is up there. Ergo is still in second. Last night we were talking about a little bit. Ergo did take the top spot on a 3060 Ti, 3070, and it was about 5 cents underneath Ethereum on a 3080. But now it looks like Ethereum is kind of pulling away again. Conflux here, $3.20 out of 366 down to 320. That's not too bad of a difference actually, power consumption wise and everything. Ravencoin could see a big nice big pump here in January. There's a different mentality everybody has when it comes to these. Like Ravencoin is set to have a jump, kind of like Ethereum's London hard fork right now. It's kind of like what Ravencoin's having is going to look like maybe in January, February. They're expecting a pump. Now, what do you do right now? Like, there's a lot of different ways to look at your strategy. Are you going to swap everything over from Ethereum to Ravencoin? And, in a year's time, could Ravencoin see a higher pump than Ethereum? Or could Ethereum just die? Who knows? When it comes to the proof of stake aspect. Again, we're going to see a high, buy the news. Nice big price jump. But all these smaller coins tend to hit like a nice higher percentage jump when the time comes to it. So like I think the next huge time when everything's going to pump up will be after the bull run of the next BTC halving. I think after that, when the next BTC halving is, when is that? Like 3 years away, 2 or 3 years. I think the bull run after that, we're going to see some crazy crypto prices whenever the next bull run from that takes place. Things could go insane. Now, right now is the time to decide how are you going to play that future bull run. Are you going to go with the Ergo route? Are you going to go with the Ravencoin route? Are you going to go with the Ethereum route? Stay on it as long as you possibly can. There's a lot of things come into play. Like right now, come January, February, you'll be mining half as much Ravencoin as you are today. Ergo, you could, I don't know when their next actual things are. They are stayed. Ergo, I believe, is fast track. So actually, you only have 7 or 8 years, maybe 6 years left. We kind of talked about in the past of Ergo mining left, and then it's going to be all mined out. Ergo is a fast track BTC privacy coin, fast forwarded like within an 8-year lifetime. So Ergo right now is the prime time. It's never had a halving or anything yet, and I think it halves every 2 years or something. And then in 8 years of the coin initially releasing, which was like a year or two ago now. So 6 years to go, and you will see like the prime time crypto pump for Ergo right there. So you might Ergo now and do it for a future pump. Like there's so many strategies you can get into this when it comes to mining. There's a lot of things you gotta look out. Myself, I have no idea what I'm gonna do. What do you guys plan on doing? You guys even thought about any of that other type of scenarios? Like If you plan on Ethereum, you know, go to the moon and pass BTC, then obviously you're going to stay on Ethereum or buy more or whatever. Hopefully, I'm hoping that isn't the case when it comes to it. But again, I'm not a trader or anything, so don't listen to anything I say. How about Ergo? I kind of went through it. Ergo could have big thing. Like, I still haven't done the what is Ergo type of video, but I'll kind of give you the quick lowdown right now of what I understand with it. So Ergo started off, it's kind of like the same chain as a BTC, but it's a mixture of XMR, BTC, and Ethereum all into one. It can use like the dApps and everything. They're kind of bringing pieces of every coin into one coin, and it's set to fast track its life. Now it's also planned, it has to stay proof of work throughout its entire life. There's no proof of stake aspect coming into it at all. It's 100% proof of work, which is GPU mining. And it's set to fast track everything on the same type of schedule as Bitcoin. Now, with that being said, I believe it has an 8-year time frame from the time it releases to the time its last coin is minted. And at that time, it wants to encourage, because once that happens, like in BTC, everything gets mined out. Ergo, if anything gets mined out and all the coins are done being minted, then you only get paid through transactions. But in order to keep people transacting, it has something set up where you have to transfer it at least every 4 years, or you could lose that coin. So that's a kind of a kicker there. You don't want to forget about Ergo and all of a sudden, whoa, where did it all go? It disappeared. So they're encouraging people to keep transferring it at least every 4 years, just to keep the transactions going on, to keep paying the miners. But again, like I said, it's set to fast track, halve like every couple years. And by the time it does all its 4 or 5 halvings and mints its last coin, that happens within 8 years of the coin's release. So right now is the highest block rewards, the highest everything. It'll just keep getting smaller from here. That's kind of how I understand Ergo right now. Yes, it uses less energy. It's auto close cost. I don't know how to say that. But that's my quick sum up of what I understand of Ergo currently and how its lifetime is supposed to maintain itself. But yeah, I don't know for sure. Core dependent mining scares me a little, as I don't have 30 amp outlets. It all depends. Like, let's actually take a look here. Oh, I'm in the chat. Okay, let's take a look at take a 3080 for example. We'll throw 6 of those bad boys on there. Calculate. Now Ethereum, for example, 1380 watts for 6 3080s. Now let's take a look at Kapow, 1500 watts. So really, you only use an extra 120 watts. That's not too bad on a 3080 between 6 cards, really. But again, depending on your amps, how much you pay for power, all that stuff does come into play. If you lose power on your overclocks, Windows tends to have a problem sometimes of your cards losing overclocks. And I did that 5700 XT where, wow, a 5700 XT, if it loses overclock on Ravencoin, burns an insane amount of power. Like, and it pulls over that 75 watts on your riser. Bitsby Trippin actually had that tested to the riser and saw that it pulled like 75 to 80 watts at the riser. So if you got sat on that thing, even possible Molex will burn depending on the Molex cable you have. The newer ones should be okay. They're around 120, 140 watts for a Molex, the new ones. But you cannot find really any information. It's all based on the pins inside the Molex cable. You got to keep an eye on. There's like 3 different Molex type of pins that can be used. There's like no information on them. So if you're using an older CPU, I just recommend not using the Molex at all. The newer ones with verification of the newer pins, you could get away with 1 or 2 risers on those Molexes. But again, I just stick with 6 pins. Keep nice safe practice throughout everything. What do we got here? Yeah, 15,000. Fake camera. What are we talking about? Who has a fake camera? 15 grand. I don't have money at all. Camera. What are we talking about here? Lambo. Oh, well, you see the Lambos. Lambos come when Tech Shinji makes them, and then he ships one over to me. And I want that engine water cooled. I want a water cooled, nice. Nice. Well, obviously, most of them are water cooled to the radiator and everything, but I want a nice cool one. I don't want strictly that. I want one of your perfected water cooled Lambos. Probably with a couple kingpins in the back as well. How's that? Run off Nvidia Tesla. No, my Lambo's it's gonna have kingpin tires, so like the tires will be GPU fans just rolling down there. I don't know. I don't know how we got into this topic all of a sudden. You asked about Lambos, now we're turned into like kingpins and Nvidia Teslas. Honestly, like, how much power? Does anybody know how much power it takes to charge a Tesla? Has anyone really thought about it? Okay, picture this. They're trying to push electric cars and everything. And there's one guy, I can't remember, it's on one of Panda's streams like a few months ago. And he had a Tesla. And it took more power to charge his Tesla than in an hour than his mining rigs. He had like 2 or 3 gigahash. And 2 or 3 gigahash worth of mining rigs it took to charge his Tesla. Now picture that. And they want everyone to have, you know, electric cars. It's better for the environment. It's better for this, you know. And they're getting mad at Bitcoin for taking up so much power and everything. What if everybody had a Tesla car in the world and they went to plug it all in at the same time? You know, obviously it's going to be staggered. Let's say now you got everybody with a Tesla. They all plug it in. And now what? Every single person in the world has over 3 gigahash worth of Ethereum power usage right now for that hour. Does that not use more power in the long run? I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Anyway, anyone actually ever thought about that type of mentality? Like, I don't think they do. Maybe they don't think people think like that, but I consider buying LHR cards. Well, let's see here. Possibly January. Well, actually right now you may as well just, depending if you can find it for a decent price, I'd wait. Right now, no, I wouldn't. Let me try and clear this up for you. Right now, no. Right now I wouldn't. But come, like, I bet you that when the merge and everything does happen, people are going to be selling rigs like crazy, right? You got to remember, people are going to be selling their rigs. Are, you know, be like, okay, crypto mining is not going to be very profitable. You know, like all the difficulty on the hash rates on Ravencoin, everything's going to go through the roof. So people are going to be selling off their rigs. A lot of people could potentially be selling their rigs. At that time, LHR cards won't matter. Yeah, buy an LHR card, put it on Ravencoin or something, and you won't have to worry about all. It's not limited to those algorithms. Also, people are selling their rigs off, so you're going to get cards even cheaper. So yes, I have no issues getting LHR cards at that time frame. Also, you may as well wait for that time frame because people are going to be having a sell-off, and you're just going to find, you know, discounted prices. Let's just have a quick look here. 3080 Ti, Ravencoin. We do this once in a while. I'll try it out right now. So Ravencoin, current prices, difficulty. We're going to enable this. We're going to find my little calculator here. Actually, I'm just going to use my phone. All right, so we got a difficulty of 716. Oh, my phone's not working. There we go. 71677. 71,677.916. So we're going to look at a 5 times difficulty increase there. What are we getting now? We're getting $27.44 after power right now at the current prices today right now. So now with a difficulty of 358,389.58, our profits are going to go to from $27 down to $2.61 at the current profit on a 6x3080 rig. So there's going to be a lot of people selling. If you don't have free power or running as efficient as possible, a lot of people are going to be losing money. GPUs are going to get really cheap really fast. So an LHR is not affected on these algorithms. So I don't know what NVIDIA's idea is. It's a big Ethereum thing, but by the time they finally got all these cards tested, released, dropped, you know, then LHR doesn't matter at this point in time. Really, people are building for Ravencoin, people are building for other coins, and after the merge comes in, profits are dramatically going to drop. That's at 261. Now remember, Ravencoin is going to have in January or February, so now your rewards are going to be 50% of what they are right now. We're going to need a dramatic price hike for this stuff to go up. It is insane. So keep an eye on that. But yeah, come the merge, I expect to get really cheap rigs at that point in time. So I would just save up for then. But if you are actually just planning for building for Ravencoin or something, go ahead and just smash out that checkbook and get your LHR cards now while you can. But I just save it, and I'd save some money in the future. And yeah, we're spreading all the FUD out here. I'm sorry, chump. I'm just a FUD. I don't even know what to say. A FUD out there. The FUD train has left the building. No such thing as a cheap GPU. Okay, there's no such thing as a cheap GPU at this current date. I do want to point out though, what was it? Yeah, like I said, we were talking about my other rig the other day. When I bought that 12x580 rig 6 months ago, I paid $1,400 Canadian for it. For 360 mega hash, $1,400. It had 4 power supplies, 2 motherboards, all the cards, the Amazon rack, everything for $1,400, and that was making 1.2 Ethereum per month. Now what? 200 mega hash is like $4,000 in the used market. That's insane. So yeah, prices, you definitely, bear markets is when you get your stuff, or after the merge. Oh man, it was insane. I had another guy. I didn't have the money at the time. I'm really kicking myself because when I picked up that last rig for 1,400, there's another guy. He had a Ryzen 7. I can't remember which CPU, but he had a 6x1660 Ti rig. He was selling that one for $1,200, and I didn't pick it up because I didn't have money with me at the time. And now I'm really kicking myself. But yeah, so there's a 6x1660 super rig, full rig, complete setup. For $1,200, and I went with the other one for $1,400, so I couldn't afford the $1,200 one at the time. But looking back, I really wish I would have just said, hey, you know what, who cares, I may as well just spend this little extra now. Yeah, back then, you know, rigs are cheap, dirt cheap. Okay, so what do we got here? Any more chats? Any more? We got 22%. Can't wait for a bigger coin to mine. Nice. We did drop our yes down to 60%. And we still have 9% at no and 9% at crash F. Oh, okay, what do we got? Do we have any questions going on in the live chat? 1030s are $200. What? Oh my gosh. Power consumption is my main concern. That's why I like 3060s. LHR won't matter. Yeah, I love the 3060 Ti cards. Well, I still don't have a non-Ti, but I really enjoy the Ti cards. At least on this 3070s, I may be the better option when it comes to like Ravencoin and whatnot, but I'm not 100% sure yet. I haven't tested one. If you want to party mine on a CPU, I can get you info. Party mine? What? How's that work? Get me info? Yeah. Send me a DM or something, and we'll do some type of CPU party mine, whatever's going on there. It sounds cool. Oh, Bad Cat, where are you mining? What? Bad Cat, what are you mining now? Let's take a look here. Scrolling up. All of a sudden, tech Shinji. You can party mine and split the rewards. Okay. Oh, that's kind of interesting idea, actually. That's a pretty sweet thing. So it's like solo mining as a party. Is that what you're throwing out there? That's pretty sweet, actually. That's a pretty good idea. It's like running your own pool, but you're not really running your own pool. That could definitely be an option to look into. Have to check that out for sure. Hey, easy with those comments. I might have to delete that one. That one's bad. What are you doing, MC? What are you doing? Absolutely nothing. 4 appeals and 4 denials. Last denial was 2 days ago, so I gotta wait another 2 weeks to attempt another one. That sucks. Zergpool supports it. DMing you a screenshot. Zergpool, I read they're profit switching, aren't they? But yeah, I was actually looking at Zergpool the other day for RTM. So I was gonna try doing some solo RTM, and I did see Zergpool does support solo, so I was definitely gonna check that out, but I just didn't yet. Speaking of that, I gotta check on there we go, our plant. Refresh. There we go. Refreshing our plant here. 1 point. Yeah, so like look at the, let me zoom in here a little bit. Where is my Ordelio? There we go. We're zooming in. Look at my hash rates. rig 3 is the one that's mining Chia, and I'm not really seeing any type of CPU mining hash rate drop. So yeah, rig 3 right here, mining Chia. It's pretty close to my other rigs. Like, it's dropped slightly, but nothing even worth really mentioning or noticing about. So it's pretty insane how Chia hardly uses any resources. I probably have it set up wrong too, though. Maybe miner's just taking over most of its resources by default. Could probably have to change it around to less threads, and it might speed up the Chia process, but I don't really, no big rush for Chia. We're just gonna slowly plot away on that while we hash away on our CPU, because why not? Back to some prices. Check out my Canadian prices. Have we moved at all? Canada Unite. Are there any Canadians out there right now? Steal Your Blocks was here. I know he's just for a couple hours from me. Panda's not here anymore, but other than that, I don't know any other you Canadians out there. Actually, someone was asking for a Canadian GPU price, so you have at least one other Canadian out there. 3,800 Canadian. Nice. Almost at the 55 mark BTC. Put 26 to 60 into get into Windows. What? Chia Pet, yeah, Chia Pet. Raven had it on Windows 10, so you see all the best. Hey, what's you guys' opinions on Ethereum Classic? When they move SHA-3? Anybody? When? Well, I don't even know when they're gonna do that. When are they gonna move to SHA-3? Anybody have any info on that? ETC move SHA-3 August 31st. I don't know. What are you guys' opinion? I don't think they're gonna move to SHA-3 until they have their ASICs ready. ETC's price is at like what, 60 something Canadian. It's been hitting a big pump. A lot of people actually are mining Ethereum Classic right now, and supposedly they're moving to SHA-3, but I do not think they'll move until their ASICs are ready. SHA-3 will be dominated by ASICs. It's going to be insane. But in the meantime, Ethereum Classic devs have always been pro ASIC. I don't know if they own stocks with like Bitmain or whatever, or if they're like part owners of one of those companies. I have no idea, but they've always been known to be pro ASIC. So, and they are currently working on ASICs for the SHA-3 algorithm. So I'd highly I'm assuming that they're not going to go SHA-3 until their ASICs are ready. That way they can get that head start and mining up all them coins on their own. But in the meantime, the first switch over, SHA-3 is also CPU mineable. So I think that'd be kind of interesting to be mining Ethereum Classic on a CPU, at least until, you know, too many ASICs do hit that network. Because in the end, the long term, I really do think that Ethereum Classic will be ASIC dominated. It'll turn into the next Bitcoin when it comes to mining, because it's not going to be efficient unless you have an ASIC. But yeah, it might be profitable after. It's hard to say, but it's going to be an interesting thing when it does happen. Again, you won't be able to use your CPUs or GPUs on it. So their swap is a totally different direction than what it has. Is projected to climb. Yeah, there's been a lot of talk about ETC lately. I don't really know what is going on with it. It's kind of funny. They're following all the same upgrades as Ethereum. Like, the whole fork happened way long ago because they all disagreed, and then Ethereum Classic was the original chain, and then the Ethereum we have now was the fork that took off with Vitalik. Hey, so if it keeps getting better with each fork, usually, you know, everything forks and then gets worse, but it seems like Ethereum has been getting better. So they fork this Ethereum, Vitalik can take his next one right down to the dump truck, and then maybe the next one will stay GPU mineable, so someone needs to fork it, and maybe we can take that one to the moon. That sounds like a plan. Someone? Anybody gonna do that for us? I don't know. But yeah, anyway, Ethereum Classic, ASIC dominated, but potentially possible to mine with CPUs in that transition until it does actually hit that. So I think that's going to be kind of interesting and pretty sweet when that happens. But who knows? We'll see what happens when that comes in. We should all come together and make a coin for the miners. You know, it's easy to say that. It's pretty easy to make your own coin. I might even make my own my own Rabid coin, you know, just to dish out to people in the Discord, just because it'll be fun. But it's really easy to get your own coin and everything. But the only issue is adaptability, the funds to actually get it on certain exchanges. You got to pay like a lot of money to get it on listed on some of the big exchanges. Also, adaptability. Is it going to be used for DeFi? You need other platforms to build off it. It needs to take off. So just having a coin named whatever, who knows, doesn't really matter. It needs the backing. It needs the people's support. It needs people to actually buy and sell it and use it in order for it that a coin to actually take off. So it's one thing just to have a coin. It's another thing for it to actually do something. Oh, I thought miners had a coin. It was called what? Oh, I've never heard of that one there, Goblin. I don't know what you're talking about. So many changes coming, it's impossible to know what will happen. Oh yeah, it's like every dev decided to do something at the same time. Like we have Ravencoin happening. We got London hard fork just happened, and then potential merge happening, you know, within 6 months. And then we got the Ergo halving is probably coming up here soon, depending when it was released. I don't know the release date of it, so it should be happening probably within a year or two. And then yeah, who knows, a lot of different things happening at once. And really right now on all of these different platforms, this is the prime time to mine it, because in the future it just gets less and less and less rewards wise, like per coin. Price wise, you know, it might be gaining more, but to get actual coins and tokens out of that for mining right now is the prime time on all these. So what do? Do you switch to these coins now? Do you stay on Ethereum? Do you hope for a different bank? Do you just mine the most profitable and, you know, buy those other coins for the future investment? So many different ways to look at it and ways to go around your own strategy. So pretty insane what's going on out there. Everyone just do your own research, and if you find something new, let me know. Oh, what is going on? It is 12:30, so we've been at it for an hour and a half. Do we have any last minute questions or anything? So then we probably will be wrapping this up right soon. I didn't realize what time it actually was. Not too much left to really talk about here. Gas fees up, down, middle, and they're about the same. Hash rate, we went through all that. But the ZIL, Ravencoin mining, yeah. Eth burning, just watch it burn. Insane. What's our reward at? 2.0, yeah. Exactly where we thought it would be, so not too bad. 2 to 2.2 was our estimates, guys, and we were pretty much nailed it. But it is interesting that the odd block is still hitting like 3 and stuff, but the fees behind that is burnt is crazy. Would I consider buying an ASIC today? With the current ASICs that are out, no, probably not. Well, maybe actually, you never know. The Antminer L3s they're pretty popular, but with the L7 coming out, I don't know if I'd recommend that or not. What else is there? What other ASICs are out there? There's the Bitcoin ones, but you need dirt cheap power to run those. I wouldn't really recommend it, and the Bitcoin hash rate is going to be going up here right quick. Within a month or two, we could probably see the Bitcoin hash rate right back to where it was. So the difficulty is shooting back up again. Yes, the L7. I think if I was to buy an ASIC myself, I am definitely looking into the L7. That thing does look like a monster. The A11 for Ethereum, no. It is way too close to the death of Ethereum to be getting an ASIC for Ethereum. So highly wouldn't recommend that at all. Bitcoin mining, again, cheap power or solo, then you might have a chance with that for a Bitcoin ASIC. The only one that might potentially have any type of value, like going forward here, would probably be the L7, and I definitely have my eyes on that thing. Dodge plus LTC minus L3, because the L7 is the power consumption of 4.5 Antminer L3 pluses, but it hashes for 19 of them. So you're hashing for 19 L3 pluses with the power consumption of 4.5 of them. That is completely insane. And like an Antminer L3 plus right now is sitting around $7 or $8 Canadian per day on profit. So that's not too bad for 800 watts. Actually on 240 volt, the Antminer is supposed to pull 750 watts. And if you're running it on 110, 120 volt, it's 800 watts. And what is it, 500 mega hash or something like that on Litecoin? Can't really remember. And it's supposed to be more profitable if you move to like say pro hashing pool where you do a profit switching thing to get paid in Litecoin. I don't know, all these things I do have to test out, but first I do gotta fix this Antminer myself because I do believe it's something wrong with the control board. So I am waiting for that control board to show up sometime. It says it'll be here on Thursday, so hopefully it's here Monday if we're lucky, but I doubt it. Sometime next week that control board should be here, and then I can test out this ant miner and try, you know, odd profit switching. I could try it on different voltage of power and see how it actually does perform. Gold shells. Oh yes, I heard about that. Actually, you know what? There's a probability thing here. Let's just have a look. ASIC probabilities here. Most profitable ASIC. Can't remember the website. It's like coin mining. Oh, ASIC miner value. There it is. Miners probability. So it looks like the Bitmain Antminer E3, which is not out yet, would be pulling $204 right now off Ethereum. That is the big Bitmain crazy thing. Highly recommended not to get that thing. The A11 Pro, that is the silicon version. It is coming out soon. 134. Again, X that one, gone. L7, here it is. This is the guy right here I'm looking at. 9.5 gigahash. $126. This thing is $22,000 though US. So I don't know. Maybe if I started like what's it called here? GoFundMe. Hi, I need a GoFundMe so I can try and buy myself an L7. I don't know. I need a fundraiser or something to try to get that thing. I definitely cannot afford it. Where's the price range on this thing? Where's the price says? Okay, here we nope, that's pools. So, what's going on? So this is in USD, 18,000, 18, and 12. If you were to get it directly from Bitmain, now again, you go to 10 cent kilowatt hour. I'm on Canadian, apply. So Canadian prices, this thing is, well, it went up. I swear last week it was 22,000. So the price is going up. So now it's at 23.7 and Bitmain is 16,000. Obviously out of stock. It'll never ROI because it's out of stock. But yeah, here we are. $23,000 I need, and I definitely do not have that. I'd really love to get one of these things though. This is the one ASIC I definitely look into getting, personally myself, for sure. Okay, go back. Okay, what's the other ones you said? The gold shell. Is this the gold shell HS5? 35 a day. That's not too bad. 2,650 watts though. Oh, not bad. What does that thing mine? What's the gold shell mine? Gold shell H5. Terahash. Come on, no. Mineable coins. Coin and Handshake. I have no idea what those coins are, but they're worth mining. Just, well, what's this one? Blake algorithm. Oh, and this algorithm you can get 46 a day. That's not too bad. Profit 12,000 a year. How much are they? Price? Oh, they're definitely a lot cheaper. You'd ROI this thing a lot quicker. All out of stock most places. I don't know. That's the one I'd shoot for. I'd shoot for an L7 myself, but I can't afford it. I definitely love one though. I knew textures. I knew mining. Can I use those ASIC things to get awesome FPS in games? So yeah, for sure. Just set them hash boards up, throw them in your PC, and you definitely probably a couple thousand FPS on. I don't know what's that. What's that new game? New World for sure. That thing would hammer through New World like nothing. This Bitmain E9, New World, can't touch it. No. Anyone that is watching this, you cannot use an ASIC to play games with. Just so you know. You never know. I want to run Microsoft Flight Simulator in 1000 FPS 8K or with RTX on 69 frames per second. Oh my gosh. Gotta make sure it's water cooled. Hey, there's a project. Water cooling and ASIC. That would be pretty sweet. The one consistent setting all these up are server PSUs. Consistent setting all these up. Yeah, that's the one thing. Yeah, do you guys use? I haven't ever since I started using server PSUs. That's a good point to bring across. I haven't touched anything else. So if you plan on mining, getting more GPUs, whatever, I'd highly recommend getting 200 volt plus installed, depending where you live. So if you're in the States, I believe it's 110, so you'd be at 220 volt. And in Canada here, we're at 120 volts, so we'd be at 240 volt. But I'd highly recommend getting that installed, getting a PDU. That way you can run the higher power PSUs. Like example, parallel miner and other ones. A 1200 watt PSU on 120 volt is 900 watts max. Now supposedly on 110 volt, it's only 800 watts. So I don't know how much. I heard that recently from them that they're saying 110 is actually only 800 now, not 900 like 120. So I don't know. Test it out for yourself, see if it explodes or not. But again, to run at the max capacity and for like 1400 watt, 1500 watt PSUs and the 2400 watts and higher, you can only run them on 200 volt. And they are so much cheaper than buying ATX power supplies. They're made for the long term, being on all the time. They're made for the heat. They're got enough PCI Express cables to run your entire operation off of. Like, you don't have to worry about having a shortage for risers or something. So I highly recommend doing that if you can. That is if you plan long term. Again, if you're just doing this to check it out, test the waters, don't do any of those critical investments until you actually flip the switch, say, hey, yeah, I want more rigs, I want bigger rigs. Profits are going to dump soon, but if you still plan on going bigger, then I would say do that. But don't do it if you're just, testing the waters and you're just mining for something to do. Oh, Tech, I have water-cooled ASIC farms. Yeah, I've seen actually that. There are water-cooled ASIC farms. And I think there's actually, I seen a submerged oil immersion ASIC farm somewhere. I don't know where it was. It was kind of insane. But you never know these things people are coming out with now. And yeah, it's insane. Power consumption is main concern for me, especially with moving to Raven. Well, as we kind of looked at that, it didn't use too much more. Again, you gotta tune for efficiency. Don't tune for max amount of hash power, like mega hash. Just tune to run efficient and you should be all right. Again, get your own watt meter, plug it in, test your GPU, your settings on that one GPU, see where it kind of sits. That way you know what to put a setting to and then turn them all that way. But do all your own tuning. Obviously you can watch other tutorials and videos on how to do it, but just try to run as efficient as you can, not most mega hash, unless you're running off solar or you got free power. Then it doesn't really matter or affect you at all. Efficiency is definitely the king. Like I said, kind of went through, where's my one rig here? This one here. Oh, I got a dead GPU detected. Oh well, good thing it auto restarts. Thank you, Hive. Anyway, so this 5600 XT, I could probably pull that to about 44 mega hash, like 36 Ti's. I could pull all these three to probably 62.5, 63 mega hash. These 5700s, again, I can get 5758. These 470s and 580s, probably about 32 to 33. But altogether, this whole rig, that's only going to give me like an extra 10 mega hash. But in order to get that extra 10 mega hash, it's going to cost an extra 200 to 300 watts. So you're going to spend a lot more in power to do that. I'd rather lose 10 mega hash and save 200 to 300 watts on efficiency than gain that 10 mega hash with the current difficulty and everything. You're not going to notice it. You probably do, even if you add another, if I add another 3060 Ti card to this rig, I probably won't even notice it. Like profitability wise, like you said, if you talk back, 360 mega hash 6 months ago was given 1.2 mega hash a month. Now 1.2 giga hash is only granting you 0.6 ETH per month. So 10 mega hash on running more efficient over a complete rig, it's a no-brainer really. Run efficient, not most mega hash. Some people just don't understand that. Okay, last minute questions here. Do we have anything going on? Definitely Rabid on efficiency. I looked at all your GPU channels for advice. Panda and Chump Change and the Hobbyists are my main go-tos. Well, thanks a lot. Yes, everyone in that list there are great YouTubers out there. Have a lot of great info for you guys. I see that Tech Shinji wasn't mentioned in that, so I'm sorry to say. Sorry, Tech Shinji. Must be the hair. I'm just kidding. Tech Shinji is also out there. Add him to that list for sure. Check out his channel. Okay. Do we have any last minute questions though, guys? Because my throat is starting to get pretty darn dry here, and I gotta go up and get some things done and figure out what is going on with the chia plotter over there. Is it loaded? There's Mad Max. Are you loaded, Mad Max? You're not. Oh, see, still not loaded. So I'm gonna have to go figure out what's going on with that guy. All right, does not look like there's any more questions. So I just like to thank everybody for showing up to this live stream. Hopefully we didn't say anything we weren't allowed, and we are still here tomorrow. So make sure to check on the channel, make sure we're not deleted. And if we're not deleted, we will be streaming again tomorrow for our rig pictures. Tekshinji is cool. People only come across my channel to steal my shiny hair secrets. And then they get disappointed. Oh, that's hilarious. Deep fried possum. Did you catch that possum? Oh yeah, you've been watching. You can't do that. Most hash per watt is the key. Just remember, more hash is better than no hash. That is true. A little bit of hash is better than none. Alright guys, thanks for showing up. Please, if you haven't, hit that subscribe button, the like button. I'll catch you guys hopefully tomorrow. I don't think I have anything else going on, so we should be able to check out some rig pictures. I do believe we have some. So thanks for watching guys. I'll catch you tomorrow, and Rabid out.